What's up everybody, we're back with another Skate Hacks video. Today's video is by popular request, and I mean strictly popular request. I did enjoy doing it though after a while. It's because I'm not that good at this trick, to be honest. I was rolling around trying them and I got the hang of it again because I haven't really done this trick in a while. I'm actually better at doing them switch because I think it's easier to do this trick switch. It sounds weird, but I know you just gotta try it to know what I'm talking about. But we're going to be talking about frontside big spins today. So, like I said before, I mean, if it's not the greatest looking frontside big spin you've seen, I apologize. It's the best looking frontside big spin I could come up with. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, frontside big spins, I think this trick is definitely harder than backside big spins, in my opinion, because of the scoop, because it's going in the opposite direction. A lot of the frontside shove, frontside big spin type of tricks are harder than the backside ones. I think most people would agree with me on that. So frontside big spins, you want to know how to do a frontside shove it and a frontside 180. So obviously a frontside big spin is a combination of these tricks. So you want to set up somewhat like a front shove and your back foot really on the back end of that tail. You want to get as much scoop as you possibly can, as much power as you can. So you want to wind up with your shoulder, and you still want to be looking forward because that's the direction you're going to be going. You're going to be going front side, so you want to be looking forward, but you want to have that shoulder winded up, and you want to have that arm ready to unleash the force and turn front side. So you want to have that arm just all wound up, and you want to scoop that frontside shove it as hard as possible. So this is definitely the most difficult part of the frontside big spin. You need to get this scoop as hard as possible. You want to scoop the front shove so hard that the front shove almost goes in front of you. That's the mentality you want to have. You want to sweep it off the ground. You just want to scoop it as hard as possible, and you're going to catch it with the front foot. So you can see that I'm catching it with the front foot here, and after I scoop it with the back foot, I'm gonna leave that back foot extended. I'm gonna leave it extended out. Why is this? Because the back foot is going to become the front foot because you're doing a 180, right? So you're gonna be landing switch, so the back foot is going to become the front foot when you land. So it's important that you just scoop it and you kind of leave it extended out there. So while this is going on, of course you've already wound up and you've begun the spin, and you end up catching with the front foot, and sometimes you may even sort of land on it with the front foot first, and then end up putting the back foot on it again. So I would recommend, like I said, just winding up as hard as possible, making sure you have that front shove scoop going as hard as possible as well, catching it with the front foot and just kind of leaving that back foot dangling out there. Leave it extended out there and bring it back down, and that's now going to be the front foot since you're landing switch, if that makes any sense. So if you want to land this trick easier, I would recommend trying it on a hip first. A lot of tricks are easier on hips because you don't have to do the full rotation, since you end up just kind of doing like a 90-degree rotation instead of the full frontside 180. So if you want it to be a little easier and you want to get the hang of it first, I would recommend doing them on hips first. And I think also stair sets might be a little bit easier in my opinion, just like a small stair set or something, since it gives you more hang time. This is just one of those tricks where it's kind of hard to complete the full rotation on flat ground. But it's not too bad. You just have to get that hard scoop. Sometimes you may miss the scoop, or you may not get as hard of a scoop and you had like a bad foot placement or whatever. You just have to keep trying and just make sure that you get that scoop going as hard as possible. So just a quick review here. Like I said, you want to wind up, you want to be looking forward but have your shoulders wound up, and you want to release that scoop as hard as possible and leave that back foot extended. Leave it extended, leave it out there, because you're doing a 180 of course, so the back foot is then going to become the front foot to land back on it, and you just want to practice that over and over. If you want to get it better, I would recommend trying it on hips first, just to get more comfortable so you don't have to spin as much. But those are my tips on frontside big spins. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below again for your suggestions on trick tip videos in the future, not just tricks, of course, just anything in skateboarding. Just leave your suggestions down below. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you next time.